I was speaking with some students today, and it reminded me of the Elizabeth Edwards situation with her husband John. And I was talking about how in the old days, which really wasn't that long ago, women who had breast cancer often wanted to die. They'd rather die than have breast cancer, and some people chose to keep the cancer rather than lose a breast. Those women who did decide to have a mastectomy, even if they only lost one breast, often would find their house in total disruption, and the husband would leave. He felt he had a defective wife and didn't want to stay with a woman who had only one breast, because he felt the breast was that major and that much an important component in their lives. And that was very common. So you would see women get breast cancer and the husbands would become quiet, and eventually they leave because the wife had breast cancer, and they wanted a woman who did not have a history of breast cancer and who had two breasts. This is very, very similar to the Elizabeth Edwards story, in that many men find that when they are confronted with an illness or a cancer, find that they really can't cope mentally, and find they do want to and do eventually leave the relationship. I believe he has left the relationship long before all of this occurred. He mentally was not ready to participate and be supportive just through an illness, and it's very common with men. So the Elizabeth Edwards story rings some truth for all of us, and it does have some important differences between men and women. Women will normally become more supportive during an illness. Men often become less supportive and retreat and leave the relationship if possible.